Spectre equal to often anyway, yeah. Ugh, if I just play a random one, what happens? Also, I'm changing the light color. That one played. I wonder why the other one didn't. Hey, Cloud, how's it going? Did you do that while I was off stream? I was wondering, but it did work. You changed them red? Oh my god, I was freaking out. My lights just randomly turned on. I was like, I didn't do that. Did someone hack my lights? Okay. Oh my god, that makes so much more sense. I might have to fix that then, because that that could really like gaslight me. Ugh. It's good to hear, Cloud. Oh, that's hilarious. Um, Today feels like an E&M kind of day, at least to start off with. There is some more of the real analysis that I could do, but I might save that for a little bit. I kind of work a little bit more on AC circuits. So last time I did number 9, I want to say. I don't think I've done any others. Okay, 6 is a 3-star problem, but it looks like you were just taking limits here. So I wonder if we can handle that. Let's find out the hard way. It's going to take me a bit of copy pasting to get everything sorted here. And then they make reference to 3 different equations here and a problem. Okay, well, no, and a problem. Okay. Oh my god. Verify solution to 8 point, the solution in equation 8.4. In 8.4 is that bad boy, so we need that. This is the hardest part of using this book, is figuring out all the references to everything that they're making. We need 8.15. We'll just scroll down until we find that. Okay, 8.15. Hey, Quam Quam. What's the problem? If it's just for, like, and is it like a problem you need help with, or is it just for fun? If it's just for fun, I'll still take a look at it, but, I don't necessarily, it's not my preference to work on things that are just for fun, but depending on the question, I might still do it. I'm sorry being a little bit vague, but I guess it's just, let me know what the question is, maybe. Let's start with that. Oh wait, I might want to do problem 8.4 first, because they don't, you need help? Oh yeah, okay. Please, yeah, go ahead. It's just helpful to have that context, so I know how, like, if someone asks me a problem for fun, I might not explain it as much, or, I just kind of approach it differently. Equation 8.2. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. Okay, so I'm going to start looking at and discussing this question that's on the screen here, but Quamcom, as soon as you have a chance to type in your question, I'll switch over and think about that. Find the constants beta 1, beta 2 in equation 8.15 by plugging an exponential tri-solution to equation 8.2. If R is very large, what does the solution look like for large T? So this feels like we're just going to get the characteristic polynomial for a differential equation. Hey, Famished. Nothing much with me. How about you? Should change the lights like late noon for me and time it's probably early morning for you. That's why I was thinking that I should uh make it so that it only works while I'm live. It did not work though because my computer wasn't turned on. So maybe that's a nice like control on it, but it goes through the streamer.bot, which is a program that has to run on my computer. So if my computer isn't on to run it, then nothing happens. Turning to workflow, you're getting there. Nice, nice. Hey, mathematician. Yeah, you can send it in LaTeX if it's easier. My Discord server can render LaTeX as well, but if you just want to put it there in the Twitch chat, I can either render it with the old noggin or put it into Overleaf or something. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh wait, what is big skip though? I'm not familiar with that one, but we can and a pair of positive rations. Ooh. Oh, okay, that's just like a line break. I assume or something. If I let my RLS calm down, I can focus better. I don't. What is RLS? I'm looking at this problem first. Chemistry, I'm not very strong on. If it's something that's relatively basic, I might be able to figure it out. Oh, restless leg syndrome. Okay, yeah. But you can be next after this question here if you want, mathematician. Find a pair of positive rationals A, B such that, okay, let's, ooh, the 20th root of A plus the 20th root of B is equal to the 5th root. Oh my gosh. This feels like a challenge problem right here. 5 divided by the 4th root. Oh my god. Minus 1. All right. It's like ADHD, but worse. I definitely get that sometimes. It's not like all the time though. I don't know if like the actual or yeah, I don't know. Well, my instinct here is to look at the right hand side and hope we can figure out a way to make it in the format of the left hand side. How can we go about doing that? Well, oh, or maybe we want to solve it for just one and then plug in candidates. Hmm. I would love to break this bad boy up into two pieces to match the left side. How can we accomplish that though? Because like under what circumstances would two separate radicals here combine into one radical? What does that mean? Oh, you know what? I didn't. Let me go close my blinds. I forgot to do that, and you can't really see what color the lights behind me are. Sorry. Maybe that helps a bit. It is a bit brighter today than it was the last few days. Oh, it does help a little bit. The yellow is just not that strong anyway, though. um, could we express the inside as a power of 5, maybe? Like, does that simplify in some way? Your doggos are happy it's getting hotter? For me, it's I don't know. I feel like January and February are like the winter months. Like usually, I feel like they're worse than November, December. You are too. You get to walk them more. Yeah, nice. That's awesome. I guess it depends where you live, though. Hey, Joseph. Thank you. That emo is me. Man, I just wish heating wasn't so like freaking expensive, and I didn't have to wear this grandma blanket. But there's no way in hell I'm. It if I just said fuck it and turned the heater on until I felt comfortable, I'd be paying like a small fortune every month. So that's why I do that. Hey, Giraffe Fusion. Can we like rationalize the denominator? What we how do you do it with the fourth root? Do we want 5 to the 3/4? That doesn't make sense though. I don't think it does. Does it? Maybe it does. Maybe, yeah. 10 to buy a Snuggie? Yeah. I... Ugh. Does this thing foil out how I want it to? I don't think I've done this before with a non-square root. Oh, that doesn't give you the cancellation, does it? This one might take me a while, mathematician. If you want, just put your question in there and I'll try to quickly judge if it's gonna be a quicker one or not. Or if I could even do it in the first place, to be honest. So I've been to music, nice, nice. Do we get any benefit if we raise each side to the power of 5? Not that I immediately see. There's only just you're not the one who's complained about that, Obi. I don't quite get why Twitch is so slow sometimes. Hope you're doing well, though. Yesterday I had a craving to put strawberry jam on my pizza. Okay, I'm resisting the urge to immediately say that's disgusting and try to think of a way that could work. And hot honey on pizza That's a good thing, right? I don't think I've actually had it for myself, but I have had hot honey in general, and I know that that's a thing on pizza. Oh, see, Scorpio, yeah, and Simplex Bojinko just complained about that too. I don't know what's happening with that. Like, what else would maybe there's some like goat's cheese or something that it would go well with. I don't know. Um, no, I think that's just kind of weird. I can't think of a way to make that really work. Maybe it could work. Hey, SG1. The Lewis structure of CH3COOH. Ooh, I can't do that offhand, mathematician. Um, I'll say a weird combination that I have enjoyed is peanut butter on burgers. That's actually it's weird, but it actually kind of works for me. I had it at a restaurant once, and it was so weird I had to order it, and I didn't mind it. Jam, dough, strudel icing. Oh yeah. I can see how you still have the pizza dough there, like to make it like pizza. CH3COOH. Acetic acid. And you want to know the Lewis, or you want to explain? I assume you want to know why the Lewis structure is the way that it is, and I can't tell you that, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry, I should have asked you to say your question first, so you don't have to wait. Um, yeah, it's just white vinegar too. LewisStructure.com. Huh. I might have to give you this link here because it's been a very long time since I've done this. So yeah, sorry about that, mathematician, but at least that helps a little bit. No, no, this person called the mathematician on YouTube who I'm addressing this piece to. Are they really gonna pizza? But I'm someone who always has cravings to eat shredded cheese at night from my refrigerator. Oh, I do use it sometimes, but I tried to buy the cheese in blocks. When it's pre-shredded, um, I don't know, they put an extra like powdery something on it to make it not stick. And I don't quite know what it is, so I just avoid it. But I do use it sometimes because it is just more convenient. My trip was acting up for me too, famished. It was being weird. You know, yeah, dude, you're like the greatest lurker ever, or not necessarily lurker, but like you have the stream open up with two accounts. Like you're double the viewers than average. What's the other question, mathematician? And hey, I would just have internet. Am I skibbity giotting? I always am. You are? I'm over here just like having a stream open with my measly one account. I'm behind the times. Um, damn. All right. So Qualcomm, I do have this question in the back of my mind, but I think it's going to take me a lot of playing around to figure this out. Mathematician does have a more math focused question, or sorry, this is also math focused question, but Mathematician asks a different question that's going to be a little bit shorter. And I'd like to see if I can address that quickly and then get back to this one. You're here through 7 accounts? Wow, what a hero, Draft Fusion. I didn't mean to add that page there. But it's a pretty classic probability question. Joseph on YouTube also. I remember, yeah. I remember being so confused on how to pronounce your name. And I was like, oh, you're just like, oh, just call me Joseph. Yeah, sure. Quam. So I'm a little bit stuck. Oh yeah, especially for like the newer streamers at Obi. Yeah, That would be a huge help. 3 balls without replacement. With probability to draw balls of all 3 different colors. Okay. Does this change depending on the order? I wonder if we have to account for that. I think the way that we think of this probability question is ooh. We might need to consider the order. See, this isn't like my strongest suit mathematician. I know I can find the answer, but it might take me a little bit of playing around. I've seen you made a Twitch account, you barely go on YouTube. This is Don's fault. I mean, I'm glad I've converted you, Joseph, because you're a great person to have in chat, and I'm glad that you made the switch over to Twitch where you can be in so many other people's chats too. Crazy. Oh wait, I think maybe we should okay, see that problem. I'll take a closer look at it after. Build PC runs only on light? That sounds crazy. You did say it's a crazy idea. Like, instead of a circuit, you'd have like a light being on or off to convey a bit. Or maybe you mean solar power, like Obi is saying. So I guess on the first draw, we can we have 4 plus 5 plus 6 balls in total. That is 15. So if we draw a red, 4 over 15, then we can draw a blue or a green. I think we need to account for those separately. I'm not sure. They might be able to collapse these into one, but I'm just gonna do this is a small enough problem that we can just consider every scenario, I think. So if we do a red and then a green, which is now we have 5 green balls out of now 14 because we're drawing without replacement. So we took 1 ball previously out of the total. And then we also do a blue. Oh, I got my colors mixed up. This 5 is for 5 blue balls. And then now we'll do a green. So that's 6 out of 13. That is one scenario right there. And these things, like, I think of these as ands, where we're drawing a red and a blue and a green in that order. But we also consider a scenario, or we could draw a red, a green, and a blue. So the first probability is still 4 out of 15. The second probability is now 6 out of 14. And the next probability is 5 out of 13. So that's all the scenarios with red coming first. Now we can do a similar exercise with blue coming first and then green coming first. So let's consider blue coming first. That's 5 out of 15. And then we'll do red and then green. Red is 4 out of 14. Green is 6 out of 13. And now we'll do BGR. 5 out of 15 times 6 out of 14 times. These are all going to be, yeah, you can collapse these into one, I think. Because these are all the same number. Just shuffled around in different orders, right? Red is 4 out of 13. Now we'll consider green coming first. That's a G, not a C, I promise. So green is 6 out of 15. Blue is 5 out of 14. Red is 4 out of 13. Plus, now GRB, I think is our last scenario to consider here. 6 out of 15 times 4 out of 14 times 5 out of 13. You divide by 15 so you can get the probability of one ball, right? Yes, exactly that. In the first draw, we have 15 balls in total, and we're asking about the probability of getting a particular 4 of those balls out of the 15. So that's how you divide it. And I think I'm doing this kind of the long brute force way, and there is a more refined way of doing it that I think Zone Ranger is probably suggesting right now. Doing it way, there are 3 factorials way to arrange RGB. So 3 factorial times 4 times 5 times 6 over 15 times 14 times 13. Yes. So I just noticed this is just 6 or 3 factorial of the same number. Or just 4 times 5 times 6 over NCR 513. 15 choose 3. See, like, that's the thing where I believe it, but I'm not, like, my probability isn't sure enough to understand, like, why that type of stuff works. But mathematician, kind of like the thing that I'm noticing, if we do it my kind of like long and tedious way, to be honest, each of these things, like multiplication, the order doesn't matter. Across the top, we always have 4 times 5 times 6 for all of these. And then across the bottom, we always have 15 times 14 times 13 for all of these. Like, it's always the same numbers, and with multiplication, we don't really care what the order is, or addition. So what we really just have, like, we can take this same number, for instance, we can choose any of these, and we just know we have it 6 times in total. So we would literally do 6 times the original number. And we have a bit of a simpler problem to solve now. We can now use some arithmetic tricks like canceling. So, like, I can cancel the 5 and the 15. The 5 becomes a 1. The 15 becomes a 3. I can cancel this 3 and say this 6. This 3 becomes a 1. That 6 becomes a 2. And then finally, I can cancel the 14, which becomes a 7, and the 2, which becomes a 1. And now this is in the realm of simple enough to do by hand or even in your head. Across the top, we have 6 times 4 times 1 times 1. 6 times 4 is 24. Across the bottom, we have 1 times 7 times 13. 7 times 13 is 191. There we go. So I think this is our answer. 24 out of 91. And we could use the calculator to get an actual decimal for that. That's kind of how I approach these, because, or that's my approach to this type of question, is just looking at, it's small enough where we can look at every single possibility. There are bigger probability problems where you need to be a bit more clever, but for this one, I think we can just kind of think about it directly. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions about what I did there. Using prism separate color could be a way to make it work too. Oh gosh, drafty. Maybe, but I wonder if the benefit to that is that you're saving energy by not having, like, imperfect wires carrying electricity. I don't know, it doesn't sound like an interesting concept. Why do you only do 6 times? That's how many ways. I did 6 times because there's only 6 possible ways to draw balls of all 3 different colors. Multivariate hypergeometric distribution. Oh, okay. that's where your second thing comes from, I assume, then. So basically, we know we're gonna have a red, a green, and a blue. And there's 6 different orders with which we could draw them. So that's where the 6 comes from. And then because things are well, independent might not be the right word to use, but okay, thanks so much. Okay, then I'll leave the explanation there. Thank you for the question though. Then we'll return back to Quam's question. Thank you for your patience, Quam. Okay, so Quam earlier had an idea that may or may not work, which is to multiply the top and bottom. Yeah, sure, mathematician. I appreciate you being patient to wait through this question for your next one. Mirrors work and perhaps some crystals. Hey, Cook. Oh, Fenbox told me that you apparently got a shiny new job that seemed like it was good news, so congratulations. I hope it's everything you want it to be. I acknowledge your presence. I don't know what that part means, but Qualcomm, if you are still here, and I wouldn't blame you if you got up and left for a minute. You want to multiply the top and bottom. I assume inside the fifth root here, like you want to do it underneath the root here. Root 3 of 5. Wait, root 3 of 5. Like a cube? I assume you mean a fifth root. No? Maybe you mean a root 3 of 5. I'm not sure how to interpret that the more I read it. Root 3 of 5. Hell yeah. I'm only going to be in my current uni for one semester, moving to the University in Boston as a long-term lecturer. Job I've been hoping for a long time now. Feels great. Oh, nice. Okay. So yeah, I was curious how that was going to work. So you just accepted the other job. Oh, that's super exciting. Going to be in Boston. Well, I'm excited for you, dude. Teaching honors freshman E&M at Warren and Purcell in spring 2026 alongside Quantum Mechanics 1. Oh, that's man, I'm even more excited now. Take on a math question. I'd like to get some kind of resolution on Qualcomm's question here first. Better start practicing packing your cat in the gash on Saturday. Casey. uh, I'm really happy to entertain a draft. This is gonna be my priority first, and then Mathematician has another probability question after this that might not take too long, but then maybe you'll be third in line. Pack my cat in the habit, yeah. So I love Bill Burr. I listen to his podcast all the time, and he's from Boston, and he sometimes does it like typical Boston accent, and it's so funny. So you're like, say, like he leans back from his mic and just like yells, and I don't know, it cracks me up. Um, damn, I assume that Qualcomm stepped away for a minute here because I'm not sure This is kind of a crazy thing to multiply by, and I'm not quite sure which order, like, if it's the third root of 5 or the fifth root of 3. Because neither, and if I'm doing it in the right spot. Maybe it's the fifth root of 3, and maybe it's more like this. Because at least this would give us the fifth root in common. Ooh, wait, why is this the same thing repeated twice? No, I really don't know how to interpret this. Mathematician, looks like your question got partially cut off there. YouTube does have a character limit. Can you put in the last piece in a separate message? Find 6 of... Well, so... If it's... like... this... As long as they have the same root, you would combine them with like a 2 in front. And so I'm confused. If it is like this, I'm confused why we don't have it like this. In fall 25, I think they're going to have me teach honors freshman mechanics. Probably going to use Moran's Red Book. Junior level E&M. Ooh, okay. So you like Moran and Purcell for the freshmen, but Griffiths for junior. That's interesting. X to the 4 minus 1 is equal to x minus 1. Oh. Interesting. So wait. Griffiths really assumes vector calculus? Oh, okay. So I assume this is our x to the 4 and this is our minus 1? Or just x, okay. Let x equal the 4th root of 5. So then this would tell us 5 minus 1 is equal to the 4th root of 5 minus 1. Oh. And then we have to divide over this chunk that I'm about to write here. Hey, Lucas. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we can say that this chunk here is equal to 4 divided by this, is the point. Way too well. Well, that's way too good. Okay. Slide that thing on down. So what do we get here when the dust settles? Way too bad with this way too cool coffee mug. Aw, man. There's nothing better than a coffee mug you really like. Do we get any benefit from multiplying this 5 inside? I feel like it might make things... I have a guess for why. I assume something good happened with the lady friend. I don't know if it's good or bad to multiply the 5 in, but I'll do it. It's also your birthday. Oh, hey, well, happy birthday. It has Garfield on it. Ooh, nice. And also, yeah, hey, two bits of good news there. All right, so that's neat. Where do we go from here, though? You won't be doing math on your birthday, though? I don't blame you. Alt F4. All right. Enjoy enjoy your birthday. Thank you so much for saying hi and checking in. Just trying to compress my work a little bit. Okay. Um, Get my equation correct. I thought I'd be wrong about it. Oh, nice. You'll love to see it. Right now I'm wondering about the utility of trying to group, like multiplying the 1/4 in and trying to group it underneath the exponent for each of these. I don't know that it's going to actually do anything, but I don't really have a better idea. So 5 to the 7/4 divided by 4. If we want to make 4 have a power of 7/4, what do we have to do to it? We have to make it 1/4 is equal to 1/4 to the 3/7 to the 7/3. 4 to the 3/7. That's not really a clean power though, right? I was hoping that'd be a simpler denominator. But 4 to the 3 is 2 to the 6, and 2 to the 6 is 64. It might be somewhere just right as 2 to the 6/7, though. I got this. It's 7/4. So maybe there is something here. Okay, so that's no. That's 2 to the 8/7. Ved, good luck with your exam tomorrow. And I need to apologize. Last time I streamed, I delayed answering your question, and I shouldn't have done that. It was simpler, or it was quicker to answer than I thought it was. I did end up answering it after, and I happened to work it out again here too. Um, but I felt really bad about that. So, if you want to talk about the question you asked the last time, please do let me know. Hmm. Count with our fingers? True. Yeah, come on. I'm not sure if you're still here, but I'm feeling a little bit stuck on this one. Um, I'm not sure how to progress. I might need to move on from this one because I just don't quite see what to do with this. I'll keep it up here in case someone thinks of something, but um, this is a difficult question though. Mathematician, are you still here? Do you have a mathematician? Are well, I guess I'm not sure. Are you saying like, how would it not be correct? Because we have to find the A and B so that it's true. Like the only thing I think of is to plug this into Wolfram Alpha, but I assume like the way it could not be incorrect is if there does not exist an A and B such as this true. I guess I assume it's possible. I don't really know though. I'm waiting to hear back from Mathematician anyway. We can just plug it into Wolfram and see what it spits out. I don't know if it's going to find any simplifications, but if such A and B exist, this should be powers of 4. That seems reasonable. Oh, it's -1. Or 5? Oh, okay, yeah. 1.64. Oh no, the golden ratio is 1.61. Never mind. That does look a little bit like root 3, maybe. But I don't think it is. Getting common denominator is possible. Oh, that might be a... Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of trying that. High's distant friend. Need to get going. All right. Sorry, Draft. So, wait. So the math question you got correct, was that the one you're going to ask about? If you want, you can leave your question in chat, and I'll get to it after this. And if you want, you can check the VOD or something. I'm not sure, but it was. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you got your answer then. Thank you for thinking of me though. Oh, and that was the question that you had. Okay. Ooh, a joint probability distribution. I haven't done those in a minute. I may take a look at it just for my own education, though. But yeah, hope whatever you have going on next is goes well. You take care too. Should be powers of 5. Yeah. But if you have a root 5 plus or root 5, well, no, yeah. Stooky. Thank you so much for the raid, Stooky. I hope the algebra-ing went well. Welcome in, everyone. We were just looking at this question from Quam in chat. 5 sure? Hell yeah. You thought so? Nice. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I've tried a couple, or not a couple. I've tried a few things with this question, and I'm not quite sure I can figure it out. So I was about to move on to something else, but I'll keep it up here in case anyone is curious about it. Silverbird suggested, or both Qualcomm and Silverbird suggested using an identity like this on the denominator. Stuki raid. And I ended up with this, which is neat, but not sure what to do with that. Yeah, eek indeed. Sorod is also observing that A and B should probably be powers of... No, they should be powers of 4, right? Why, or we want them to be a 5th. But if A is equal to some number C to the 5th, isn't the 20th root of that a 4th? And I assume we want it to match with the 5th, right? With the 1/5 power there. That we're going to be general relativity bros. I still want to be. I'm just getting... My wheels are grinding to a halt on learning mechanics. like I'm still getting through it, but that's just a grind. Factor the right hand side into a factor of 5. Oh. Now that would be a challenge. That'd be nice though. I'm on chapter 5 for energy. The last time I did it, I temporarily rage quit at a problem. I can't remember exactly why, but I've done all the multiple choice and I've done the foundational problems. But yeah, there's things I was just like getting frustrated at, so it's good at inducing rage quits. Yeah. It's not a permanent rage quit, it's just a temporary one. I'm also still slowly cleaning up the last few chapters in the E&M book. Morn is the one that Penn was using during his mechanics stint. Oh yeah, I think he was using that. He was doing so Morn has two different books on mechanics. I'm using the abbreviated, just kind of problem solving focused blue book version. I think Penn was doing the full on red Morn mechanics book, which is more traditional and explaining things more. Yeah, Fembox. I'm planning to get into some AC circuits if there's downtime out of the E&M book again, but I haven't quite wrapped up qualms, or I haven't quite given up yet on qualms. Developed for honors freshmen at Harvard who had already seen quite a bit of physics and are willing to spend 20 plus hours a week studying it. Day. Just finished chapter 5 in that book yesterday. Oh, nice. So it's not like Silverwood's strategy is to hope that I don't need the parentheses here. This thing is equal to some maybe combination of numbers to the power of 5, so the root goes away. Welcome back, Famished. Let's bring relativity back. It was never here in the first place, though. I love to bring it, but it's gonna be a while for me, I think. Gonna try to use Morin's red book in my new job. We'll see how it goes. I think you can do it. You're really good at explaining things. You helped us get through Morin's E&M book. Do I want a Twitch trailer? I've never known what to put for that. I'm not entirely convinced they even help you, to be honest. Fuck quantum mechanics, fuck waves on circular membranes, and fuck quantum numbers. I mean, hello, Don. Hey, Central. Are you actually learning about that stuff? Why the hell are you studying all this random stuff when you're biology? There's another thing that I use as a viewer. Yeah, me neither. Learning's a bit of a stretch. Ugh. I mean, if you want to do one just for fun, like you're more than welcome to use my like recordings of my stream, but I don't know that I would actually like use one. Luckily, membranes can stretch a lot. True, Orange Hue. Scientific concept, when you learn one field, you study them all to a point? I guess so. So can the human anus, but that's a different topic. Ugh. Has someone modeled that? Like, what's the coefficient of stretching? There. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think I need to throw in the towel on Qualcomm's question. I'm not sure if there's sleeve in here. The spring constant K underscore anus. Ugh. You don't see Morin's red book going over that, do you? The thing isn't all it's cracked up to be. Okay. I think this one has defeated me. I don't. I'm out of ideas because I don't know how the hell you're going to factor that thing under the root to be a power of five. Grander's newest about me view. Oh my god. Um, I'll keep it up here in case I suddenly have a stroke of genius, but I think I'm going to go to AC circuits just for my own studying. But mathematician, if you can fill me in the rest of your question, let me know. Or if anyone else pops into the question, I'm happy to switch over again. Been starting a video of circular membrane trying to count the nodes on a standing wave, and all I can focus on is the strobe lighting, like it's giving me an aneurysm. I didn't realize that like waves came up when studying circular membranes. Huh. No, but will make you want to cry. Okay, I think I was gonna do number 4 here. Because number 4, I was gonna do number 6, but then number 6 relies on number 4. So, Tears of Joy. Ooh, that's a big promise. Same way, it literally goes nowhere. Why do I give a fuck about them? Yeah, fuck standing waves. Well, I only want to hear about transverse waves. Oh, that's what you call them. Fuck Schrodinger too. Yeah, who even cares about that stupid cat? Oh, he does have the umlaut on the O, right? More like the problem is wrong, Silverbird, really? The right-hand side can be factored. Or have you already canceled the fifth root? I might need to erase that on the outside. X plus 1 to the 5 over 8 plus 5 over 2. That is crazy. I don't know how you got that, but... And x is equal to the fourth root of 5? Came here to rant, don't mind me, I didn't sign up for this shit. I thought you promised to solve this question from Qualm Central. I'm offended if you don't. I mean, I did, but I didn't. What large are... It's 5? Wow, genius. The answer is 5. Yeah, I never said to solve it correctly, I guess. Should have thought about that. Right, Cook. That is what I'm expecting to get there. I remember the book, it went into those. I'm not sure what will be different about the situation. Made a mistake? Okay. There is no right answer in math? True, yeah. Okay. I'll return to this once you're ready then, Silverbird. Yeah, number 4 feels pretty, like... I feel like this isn't going to be... Actually, no, you're right, Cook. I don't think it's going to be anything, like, particularly new. Da, 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 da. So, our exponential trial solution is going to be v of t equal to e, I guess to the beta t, we'll call it. That means dv dt, I guess we'll say, is beta e to the beta t, d squared v dt squared is beta squared e to the beta t. And we plug our trial solution into the original equation. To get this, we factor the e to the beta out. And then we know that this exponential will never be 0. So we only really care when the left factor is 0. And then we're going to need the quadratic formula here. Beta is equal to minus r over L plus or minus square root r squared over L squared minus 4 times 1 over LC over 2. Got it? Okay. And so if R is very large, how is this overdamped? Did I do something wrong? No, this is just exponential decay still, right? Show me a scientific concept that disproves that we are all in a computer simulation, then I'll agree that studying quantum mechanics is not a waste of my time. Larger, these two roots become 0 and minus 2 r over L. Oh, I see that. Okay. So if we examine the plus case, quantum exists because we enter computer simulation. You're setting its hardware limitations. So in the plus case, if r approaches infinity, we have a negative r over L approaching infinity plus a positive r over L approaching infinity. Check Discord. Okay. Let's have a look-see. Let me get rid of this. Ooh. Ah, who cares? Just cover up my work. It's all crap anyway. Okay, so x plus 1 to the 5th, is that when you expand it out? What's happening from this step to this step? X to the 4 equal 5. Okay. So you're selectively plugging in x. Okay. That's interesting. I never would have thought of doing that. So you get this cubic. And okay, I see. So this is almost, it's not really completing the square, but it's almost like a similar idea where you split off the part that's imperfect. And I guess the thing that's perfect that you do want is this x cubed plus x squared plus x plus 1. I assume there's a constant here that you maybe divided out somewhere. Or misunderstanding. Or no, maybe this left side corresponds with this left side. And the right side corresponds with the right side. Maybe that's what's happening. So this piece somehow becomes this piece. No, that doesn't... Wait, yes, it could be, right? No, I think no, never mind. It's going in one direction. This piece corresponds with that piece. Wait, what? We got in the right-hand side. That was in my work, or that's that's a piece that I did right out, right? This one. A bit more. That's why I like you more than not. Ugh. I feel like in general I'm pretty low on your like people tier list central. That doesn't surprise me to hear. Can I write a bit more to make it clear for you? Yeah, I'm still struggling on how this step implies that step. Don't even see you as a person. Central, I'm taking that extremely seriously. This slight cannot stand. Bambi. I don't care, man. Like, this is how I'm imagining this step leads, but then I don't see how this would then lead to that. Maybe you're dividing... I guess you're dividing... no, I don't know. Maybe you just post this as something. Let me check. Oh, no. Okay. If I push that hard, I shit myself. Hey, Cytos. Got my your hammer ready? No, we're fine. I know your fingers are itching though. I'm friendly. Oh, that's a lie, Central. You've told that lie many times in Daisy. I'm friendly. I'll think about that a bit more after this question, Cytos. I wonder, man, I'm gonna type Quomcom's name in the chat, and I wonder if they're already in my Discord. I'd love to bring this to their attention. Because even if I don't get it, it sounds like it does make sense, at least to Fembox. And that's good enough for me. If I try to at Quomcom, no one comes up. Unfortunately. If I just do at Q, nothing shows up. There's no one with the Q username in my Discord? Wow. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're, I don't have a way of contacting Qualcomm then. Okay, just let you post that. So, Bird, let me bring that in too. Spain Nemson was starving in the barn and I had food, but they had an SKS and a Pioneer that I wanted, so I gave them frozen food. I have to defrost it myself. Then inside a fire, I put MK shots into his head. Oh my god, dude. I can't do that, man. Oh. Well, wait. Okay, so I see. Okay, so this implication arrow means that this thing we got from the original problem should imply this now. And so the 2 plus comes from the original problem. And again, x is equal to the 4th root of 5. For some reason, I feel stupid because I still can't quite. I think I understand what's supposed to be happening now. I still can't quite make the numbers work in my head. But this helps assemble the pieces a bit more. Multiply the inside of parentheses by 10 and then divide it by 10 to force it to match. Oh. So that's how the 4/5 becomes a 1/8. So you took the thing from the original problem. Oh! Okay, and then we have this, but we want to use this. And so you do plus 16 minus 16 to make it match the 26, and that's why it's x plus 1 to the 5th minus 16. And then the 1/8 times minus 16 cancels with the plus 2. Holy crap. Well done, Silverbird. if I see Qualcomm in chat again, I'll let them know that you came, or like I'll let them know of this like solution here. So what's the actual like? Can we get in A and B now? Just rewriting the original problem. And so we know this right-hand side is equal to the fifth root of 1/8 the fourth root of 5 plus 1 to the fifth. Maybe it's more clear if I go downwards. And this is equal to 1 over... Hey, Pradyumna? Hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in. 1 over 8 to the 1/5. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I didn't butcher it too badly. Plus 1. Okay, yeah, I can see that now, Silverbird. Because we have 5 to the, or I think I can see 5 to the 1/4 over 8 to the 1/5 plus 1 over 8 to the 1/5. And so we want A, you're saying we want A to equal 5 to the 5 plus 8 to the 4. I see, so when you divide it by 20, you get the proper one. And then B is 1 over 8 to the 4. Wow. Simplify A? I'm not multiplying that out. There's no cancellations. I don't know. Okay, 8 to the... Okay, fine. 8 to the 4, I only know 5 cubed. I know 5 cubed is 625. I don't know after that. 8 to the 4, 2 cubed to the 4th is 2 to the 12th. 2 to the 12th. 40... Or, 2048 times 2. 4096? Is that it? Yeah. 5 cubed. Oh, it's 125. You're right. 5 to the 4th is 625. So I'm nearly at 5 to the 5th. That's close enough. I could work it out. Damn it, Saito. See, you're like that one annoying professor that marks you off for like the littlest thing. 3125. You happy? There you go. Yeah, that's an amazing solution, Silverbird. Well done. Pradyumna, I have a question for school. I'm in 8th grade after you finish this. Yeah, please go ahead. You can just type out your question there in chat. If it's easier to put a screenshot, I do have a Discord server. Oh, cool. You just put your question there now. Looks like it got cut off because YouTube has a character limit, but if you can put it in pieces, yeah. Okay, Cytos, I do remember your question, but I think you usually ask some difficult questions and they're kind of just for fun. So I think I'm gonna work on the one from Pradyumna in the YouTube chat first, if you don't mind. But I will put this up here. Okay, so what's going on with this question? Snail starts on her trip from a pumpkin patch to a strawberry field. 1 hour and 36 minutes later, a turtle leaves the pumpkin patch for the strawberry field, arrives at the same time as the snail. Oh my gosh. The distance between the pumpkin patch and the strawberry field is 52 meters. Find the speed of the snail if it moves 32 miles per hour slower. Or meters per hour, not miles. Okay, so this is when we have to be careful with our with what our variables are, I guess. Your answer was 53 and a third, but it was wrong. Okay. Redeems draw a picture. I could actually do that if you wanted. Did I freeze that one? I probably did. Yeah, I did. I remember now. Um, I like to consider Sidus's question too, but you know, if there's some spare time, I could be persuaded to draw some pictures. Um, for now, I'll do a very basic picture. The snail starts from the pumpkin patch. It's a very whimsical question. We have a distance of 52 meters. We're interested in the speed of the snail. We might want to do things in terms of the turtle. I'm thinking maybe, so maybe I'm going to name a variable t and say that it's the time the turtle takes. I guess to cross. I guess move. It's maybe better. I guess we can do t sub t for turtle. Yeah. And we'll do s. That's maybe confusing. I want to do s for speed. Maybe, yeah, I guess we'll do that. That's confusing because s could also be for snail, but maybe we'll do. I'm gonna write it out because I feel like we're using too many of the same letters here. V. Okay, yeah, I like that. So we know they arrive at the same total time. Or sorry, they arrive at the same time. We know that velocity times time is distance. And we'll say like t snail and v snail are also variables we're interested in here, and they're defined similarly. So velocity times time is distance. We know that v turtle times t turtle should equal. Am I doing this right? No, this isn't quite the setup that I want. I was gonna do this, which is true. Maybe this is okay. Yeah, it does. So that's the thing I was going to account for next. In school, you made a table? Okay. I'm sure how that table would look. I'm sure there is a useful table you could use here, though. Or like that can be used here. We do know that the turtle, or like the time for the turtle is equal to the time for the snail. Ooh, how are we measuring this? I was going to do plus an hour and 36 minutes, which I'm going to call 96 minutes. No, I guess we don't things in hours. That's annoying. It's a mixed number right there. One of the few times they're actually kind of helpful. Time, speed, distance, the lines between them. Interesting. Yeah, maybe we do want to do something like that. God, these questions are always like they're tricky because they're so like particular about how you set things up. Maybe we want to think about functions for distance that they've covered. Hey, Colton, yeah, sure. Go ahead. If you want to type it that out there in the YouTube chat, or if you rather do a screenshot, I have a Discord server. An hour and 36 minutes later. What if we tried to make functions for these? Like D, just say turtle to start with, is equal to the velocity of the turtle times time. And I think that's it. I think we're going to say that the snail has a head start. And that these two t's will then that'll let these two t's be the same thing. And when I say these two t's, I mean these two t's should be the same. So I think we need to regard the snail as just having started, like, you know, with it just has a head start. I think like it starts somewhere there and then it moves over. Because we do need the time to be measured from the same kind of starting point, I guess. And maybe this is the easiest way I can think of to account for that. And the head start that it has is the velocity times the time that it moved there, which is an hour and 36 minutes. Hey, Reaper. Hope you're doing well. And we're interested... Okay, yeah. I think this is okay. We know the distance they... We're interested when they moved 52 meters. Okay, I guess we can get a system of equations here. This is very weird. I'm not really confident I'm solving this in the simplest way possible, so I'm sorry for that. Yeah, Silverbird, that's what I'm thinking. So we can make the top equation. We're interested when the distance is 52, so I'm going to plug 52 in for D. And we know that the turtle moves 32 meters per hour faster than the snail. So we can say this V turtle is just V snail plus 32 times whatever time this is. The bottom equation will be 52, the same distance, equals v snail times time plus v snail. And I'm going to convert this mixed number to an improper fraction. Oh, duh. 96 over 60. I should have figured that out sooner, but that's okay. And so now we have two equations and two unknowns, so we can solve this. 1.6? Oh, yeah, true. Okay. What if I want to keep it as a fraction, though? What does that reduce to? Can I check my Discord? Sure. So you're putting examples of the table? Okay, yeah, and you have the 1.6 as well. Posted it? Nice, thank you. You'll be up next after this question. Colton. Okay, yeah, so I think we're doing the same approach here. Just we're showing it a bit differently, but I think we're ultimately doing the same thing. Oh, this might be a simpler way of doing it, though. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so let me reproduce the table that you're making. Because this is kind of a nice, like, visual. Distance. Turtle. So we're just calling the snails time x, the turtles time x plus 1.6. The distance is both 52. And we know that speed is distance over time. So 52 over x and 52 over x plus 1.6. And we're going to set these two equal to each other. Plus or minus another factor. Ooh, okay, that's a tricky bit that I haven't quite... How do we fix that issue? Plus or minus 32 over 60 because of the turtle's extra speed. Okay, so that's maybe the down. I don't see. I like this at first, but yeah, I'm not quite clear on how we exactly modify this to make it work with the problem at hand. Maybe maybe I'll follow this math through with these equations and see what the answer gets, and we can maybe use that to inform what we do with this table approach, because I don't quite see it for myself. I do enjoy a nice table, though. I think I'm going to subtract these two equations. And that'll get rid of our times. Oh, no, it won't. No, it won't. Ugh. You think minus 32 over 60? I have a hard time figuring out what it should be. I'm just not clear on it. You know what, maybe... Okay, no. What I'm gonna say is, this is equation 1, that's equation 2. Equation 1, if we divide each side by this piece here, we know that t equals 52 over v snail plus 32. And we can plug that into equation 2. I just want to get like what the answer should be, because I think this setup is okay. And hopefully we can use that to figure out how to fix the table approach. So equation 2 becomes 52 equals v snail times the time we just found to be 52 over v snail plus 32 plus v snail times, I'll say 1.6. No, I want to reduce that. 1 6/10, 16 over 10? 8 over 5? Is 8 times 12 96? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Use x to the speed of the snail. That might be better to call the speed of the snail x and work it the other way, Jed. I don't want to go down the route of a third approach right now, though. So this is equation, I want to solve this equation for v snail. Oh, that's going to be a quadratic? Dude, why is this so complicated? There's got to be an easier way. And that probably is the table way. I just need to fix it. It's supposed to be a quadratic? Okay. Maybe I'll keep it going then. (32 t equals 1.6 v), you're saying, Silverbird? I'm not sure. You're doing algebra 2 at school because you're in 8th grade. Okay. We can deal with a quadratic. I just thought, I was hoping we get something a little bit simpler, but this is okay. What's the simplest way to go about this? I want to get rid of this denominator. So I just want to multiply both sides of the equation by v snail plus 32. I don't see a more direct way. So I'm going to do 52 times v snail plus 32 times 52 is an annoying number. Oh, I'm off the edge of my tablet. Or off the edge of the page. 1154, unfortunately. (52 v snail plus... Ugh, that means the same thing. The answer is 7. Rowdy! Oh, we're doing good, man. Rowdy's theorem strikes again. Pi squared over 6? Clearly, yeah. I do need another page. It's always right. Can't debate it. Let me bring this bit of work down here. 7 is such an overrated number? Ooh. You might have to fight Rowdy after saying that. That's just disrespectful. Okay, 8 over 5 v snail squared. 8 times 32. 2 cubed times 2 to the 5th is 2 to the 8. 2 to the 8 is 256. Is that right? Yeah. Learning Turkish really skibbities me up. Oh my god. Oh, these numbers are so annoying. At least the 52v snails cancel. That makes it better. And this does get us right to the answer, because we're solving this for v snail. We don't have to do anything else after we go through this pain, I guess. Two Pomodoros done? Nice. Should we come here to talk about maths? I don't know. Who knows, man? Okay, v snail minus 256 over 5 plus or oh my god. $256 squared? 2 to the 16? I'm Oh, I might be seeing what you're saying now, Silverbird. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can work through that. Sorry, I saw the equations you were putting in chat there. I just there's been so many different methods of approaching this suggested that I just can't follow everything. But I am at my wit's end with the one that I was trying. So Silverbird is observing that this equation could be written as 52 minus v snail t equals everything else that's left over. And this equation up here could be rewritten as 52 minus v snail time equals whatever's left over, which is 32t. And so if these right-hand sides are both equal to the same left-hand side, is the point of doing this. And so we know that 32 time must equal v snail times 8 over 5. Side is saying 65 over 2, Silver is saying t equals 1, v equals 20. Oh yeah, Famish, that's true. V equals 20t. V snail multiply the other side by 5 over 8. 32 divided by 8 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Sure. So v-snail is 20 times time, and we can choose either equation to plug it into. The first one seems simpler, right? I guess I already have the equations written here. Okay. So if we take the first equation, plug in 20t for v-snail, that's a much simpler quadratic, right? Should we be doing the other sub, though? I think the other sub is better, isn't it? Because we still have a quadratic to deal with, and we're only solving this for time. It's a simpler quadratic. What does the other sub look like? This feels a bit more direct, at least, but this would be the first time that I get proven wrong with something. So, what is I want to multiply the 20 over. 104, 1040. Okay, yeah, that does look annoying, Silverbird. Because then we still have to plug it back in, or we have to multiply that by 20 for the answer, I guess. This, at least, we don't have to do any plugging in after we solve this. So yeah, I'm sorry this has gone so off the rails, Pradyumna. I think we can solve this equation for v-snail, though, and then we're home free. And I had to go back through and re-explain from the ground up what we're doing here. This is just taking a lot more exploring than I thought it would to actually get to the answer. Oh wait, can we fact this? Can we be Chads? What are the factors of 1040? That has a lot of factors, right? Take any two we want. Wait, what are our signs like? We need two numbers that subtract to 32. $52 and 20? Oh, that's where it came from. Yeah. Great call, Colton. We know that okay. We know that 1040 is equal to 52 times 20, but also 52 minus 20 is 32, so that's kind of perfect. So we want to do plus 52 and minus 20. Nice! Oops, sorry, that's not v-snail equals that. That's 0 equals that. And we're not considering a negative speed, I don't think. So we just take v-snail equals 20. Okay. Gosh, that is such a tricky one, unexpectedly. Hey, Bombax. Kanbanwa Baka? What does that mean? Ugh. Bombax, I did. Dude, what? I'll tell a story that exemplifies how much Japanese I actually learned. It means good evening. Oh, okay, and I know what baka means. Um, when I was in Japan, I made sure to learn the phrases gomenasai. Oh, Kagura Pickaxe. Thank you for the follow. I learned how to say gomenasai, which means excuse me, and sumimasen, which means sorry. I believe I have those right. But at some point during the trip, I got them mixed up, and I started telling people gomaimasen. And after I realized it, I put that into Google Translate, and I realized it says that gomaimasen means more rice, please. So I was bumping into them and asking them for more rice or something, you know? Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I just always said konnichiwa for a greeting. Gohan Masen means more rice. Oh, okay. I definitely was not saying excuse me or sorry though. Gohan means rice. Okay. All right. So Pradyumna, I guess, how do you feel about this problem? I am sorry that it was so convoluted. I'm still not quite sure how you would modify this table approach. I I like the idea of it, but I don't quite see how to make it work. In the table, we basically like T speed. Oh yeah, Bombax. It was like it was amazing. I loved it so much. Like I still feel a little bit bummed when I think about it now that I'm not in Japan right now. Like that's how awesome it was. It's just like euphoric. You see it in my eyes. I got a few like souvenirs, but the smile when you ask. Yeah, that's like a highlight of my life so far. It's equal. Okay, T speed is equal to S speed B plus 8 over 15. Did you learn Japanese from Duolingo? Because in the beginning of Japanese, it teaches you the word rice. No, I didn't do Duolingo at all. I just looked up like commonly used Japanese phrases on Reddit, to be honest. Almost the tears. Yeah. What's like, guys? I gotta go wipe the tears. No. Actually, I still have yen on my desk because I just haven't found a place for it yet. But it's like 100 yen right there. It's hard to get it to show up right, but it's still just like hanging out on my desk because I need to find a spot for it. Um, shoot, I need to get to Colded's question too. I'm sorry for making you wait for so long, Colded. Um, I can always I have nothing else I'll get back to you in Discord, but I should get to it soon. We wait like T speed, turtle speed is equal to snail speed plus 8 over 15. Shoot. I don't know. I just don't quite get this. I do see why we need like this isn't complete, but I don't know how to complete it. Snail. Because we're not accounting for the turtle being faster. I wonder... okay, let me... Maybe we take a page out of Jed's book and we do... It's okay? All right. Thank you for your patience, Colden. Glad to hear that you're enjoying it. What if we did the opposite approach and we made the snail speed x, and we know the turtle speed is x plus 32. And then what must the time be now? What I went from Duolingo. Gohan to Mizu Kudasai, water please. Rice and water please. Okay. That's how I would even ask for that. Yeah. Or like rice and beer. No, I guess like karaage and beer. Because who wants to be healthy? You know, I think this... I think we just need a different variable for time also. Because we need to account for both things. Well, you need like a deep fryer, right? To be honest, a lot of the karaage I had there wasn't that good. The turtle has less time. Or is paint with oil? Oh yeah, true. Fly with the side of Kieran. There you go. You fry in a pot. Yeah, that's true. Also, welcome in DS. I'm taking a really long time. I appreciate you being conscious of that. Pradyumna. Like, it's a brand of beer. Like, I think this table will be true, but you just get back to the equations that we set up before up here. But I think that's the table you would need to account for everything. I don't see how else you do it. Unless, I don't know. Can you say that the snail speed is 52 over x? Wait, no. It's x over 52. This will be the last thing that I say, and then I'll look at Colded's. And we can always come back to yours too. Can we say that this is x over, or sorry, x plus 32 over 52 minus 8 over 5? Maybe this would work, and you equate these two things. Okay, let's plug into Wolfram Alpha and just have it solve it for us and see if that gets the right answer. If not, I'm kind of at, for the immediate time being, I'm out of ideas, but that's my best try at the table, I think. X over 52 equals x plus 32 over 52 minus 8 over 5. Let's make Wolfram Alpha solve this for us. No, this just is not a true statement. Yeah, that makes sense why it's not true. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. Trying to do all with one variable seems difficult to pull off. So you might need to call the snail's time t and then express the turtle's time, and then you get two functions like we just had. If you want, I have to talk about it more, but I would like to take a look at Colded's problem. Oh my god. What is this? This might be beyond me. Shoot, I should have taken a quick peek at it first. Making this into limit as a sum. I got double integral 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Oh, wait, so, okay. Maybe I don't need to know exactly why this works, or maybe I don't need to puzzle over it too much, but you're saying that that summation is the same as a double integral from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 1 over x squared plus y squared. And you're just confused about converting it into polar and what the new limits should be? And you're saying the answer is ln 3 plus 2 root 2. Oh, square root? Thank you. Okay, I can kind of see where that Riemann sum comes from. I never converted Riemann sum to a double integral, but I can like half see it. And now I'm just going to take this as a fact. Not check where the integral comes from, I think. So if we want to convert this into polar, the integrand, which I assume you've already worked out, is going to be 1 over r times r dr d theta. The bounds are the issue, though. We want to integrate over this square here. We might need two separate integrals to capture this. One where theta goes from 0 to pi over 4. It might be also capture in 1, but I'm not sure. Hey, World of Ghana, if I'm pronouncing it right. Thank you for subbing. And then R, or how do you express a vertical line like that? Isn't it? It's something like R equals 1 over cosine theta or something. El Tio Aldo, thank you for the follow. It's hurting my brain. It's hurting mine too. You think it's tangent, Emma double M? It's possible. Hola to you too. ¿Cómo estás? That's a simple way of thinking about this. I just can't remember. Bien, gracias, gracias. Polar coordinates, vertical line. R is minus secant theta. You can't understand the bounds. That's what I would like to understand too. Yeah, well, welcome in. What does Aldo mean, by the way? I know that Tio is uncle. You know, Spanish can even say sorry in Japanese. That's true. Okay, when you live in California, you hear Spanish a lot more than Japanese. There's a fair few of Japanese people here too, though. It's one of the places where you can learn math. If you're interested in math streams in general, there's a whole little like niche of us who I'll stream about math in some way. So whenever I see a new face, I like to let people know that we exist. Oh. That's simpler than I thought. Okay. The reason it's true is because the conversion that we use, I think what I wrote is right. It's we know that x is equal to r cosine theta, or you know, I'll start from where cosine theta. Well, no, I will write it like that. So the normal conversion factor we use to get the x coordinate from polar is x equals r cosine theta. if we want to hold x always equal to 1, like we do in this vertical line case, we just plug that in for x. And then we want to solve this, well, I guess for r. So we just divide over the cosine theta. R equals 1 over cosine theta, which equals secant theta. My theory is that we need to do two integrals. The lower half of the integral will be this piece is what I was thinking. So this will be r ranges from 0 to secant theta. And we're going to do plus another integral. It might be possible to do it both in one, but I'm not sure. You have to make some argument about the symmetry of the function, I think. But the other integral we can do is from pi over 4 to pi over 2. And that r will go from 0 to something. Auto's just regular name. Oh, okay. It reminded me of the word bald. So I was like, oh, I wonder if that means like bald uncle or the bald uncle. Math hurts my brain? Oh, okay. I mean, I'm glad you're here anyway. I appreciate it. If we want to get the upper bound for this piece, it'll be the same integrand. We'll do the same thing, but with y equals r sine theta. But y just always equals 1. And so r equals, I guess, cosecant. So I think we need both. El tío baldo, yeah. that's what came to mind first. Yeah, as Bombach says, there's no version of math that's too basic for me. There's plenty of math that's too hard for me, but if you want to talk about why 1 plus 1 equals 2, like, I'll talk about it. Well, apparently someone wrote like a 100-page paper on why that's true. I can't talk about that because I don't know how, but... No matter what your level of math is, you're welcome in here. Silverbird, it's just something that Colded said these two things are equal. I didn't quite question it. I'm pretty inexperienced with converting a double sum to an integral. So I'm not completely sure of that myself. I am? I'm sorry, Bombox, I didn't mean to. When was when it's 3? Yeah, true. Okay, I didn't realize you're making a joke. Oh, nice, Tio. That's awesome. Just kidding, yeah. They're a little bit, like, I guess I call them, they're like first or second university, or first or second year in university level, but there's some actual like math classes that are happening on Twitch. So like e to the 2i pi in that list is doing a real analysis class, which is like the proofs behind calculus. Penn Center is doing a linear algebra class on his channel, and that's being co-taught with e to the 2i pi. And Simplex Pachinko has done differential equations. There's all sorts of like, oh, and Talos Teaches on Sundays is doing calculus. Like a first semester calculus type class. So I kind of answered more, like specific questions, but if you want to just see like general kind of like people teaching math, that's that also happens on Twitch. I find quadratic polynomials if zeros are given. It's not clear to me how the limit turns into that integral. It's not clear to me either, to be honest. But Cold, I do think this would be the bounds if I take this integral as true. I don't see a way to do it in just one integral. But I think that's what you would do. Let me quickly address World of Ghana's question, and then I want to come back to this and investigate it a bit more. Oh, 1JM Martinez, you're from Venezuela. That's awesome. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. I don't think I've talked to a Venezuelan before that I know of. Okay, so World of Ghana, you want to find the quadratic polynomial if the zeros are given. So if you're given that the zeros are 5 plus, I'm going to assume that's root 2, and 5 minus root 2. The quick trick is if these are zeros, you know that this equation is true. 0 should equal x minus 1 root times x minus the other root. And that's because, like, if you were just given this equation, you would solve it by splitting up into two separate things. The parentheses here are really important, by the way. Equals 0. And then you would add this piece to the other side to find x equals 5 plus root 2. So I'm just doing like these same steps, but in reverse. The same thing with this one over here. And so if I keep on reversing the steps one more level, and thank you for the follow as well. If we keep on reversing the steps, the polynomial this comes from, we basically just take this 0 and make it a y. X minus 5 plus root 2, x minus 5 minus root 2. And so I would call this the answer. If you wanted to go the distance, you could multiply this out, like distribute the x to the left and right, then distribute the minus 5 plus root 2 to each of these. But I think this should count as the answer too. From here, you're just rearranging the same thing. But and no matter what your roots are, you can follow that same process. So if you're given the roots are like 3 and 2, the polynomial that you want is y equals x minus 3 times x minus 2 for the same exact reason. So if that makes sense, World of Ghana, let me know if not. And Jay Martinez, in case you're interested in math streams in general, whenever I see a nice face, maybe you have a nice face too. Whenever I see a new face, I like to let them know that I'm not the only math streamer out there. If you're into math streams in general, there's a whole bunch of people who do it. No worries if you just want to stick around here, but I just have to make sure people know that I'm not the only one here. But, oh yeah, I meant for J.M. Martinez, but I really appreciate that you went through and followed them as well. So Colded, it's the same as converting single sum into an integral where we take x equal to r over n and dx equals 1 over n. Here I took x equals I over n, y equals j over n. Okay, so this is in response to Silverbird's question about converting this double sum to an integral. You're saying you took x equal to r over n, dx equals 1 over n. Is that, I guess, dr? I'm adding that on my own, though. Here I took x equals I over n, y equals j over n, dx dy equals 1 over n squared. Maybe I shouldn't add on dr my own. I saw math beautiful and interesting. I was just never good at it. I feel friend zoned by math. Oh, that's a hilarious way of thinking about it. Getting friend zoned by math. Ugh. Seems incorrect. Interesting. You neglect the A, I, B, J, and C terms because they will be negligible. So, Colded is saying these terms over here are negligible compared to these squared terms. I feel that way about like maybe certain parts of math. I guess maybe I'll just say all. Um, I really love math. Okay, so you're saying that's exactly what's incorrect, Silverbird. Okay. I love math. The parts of it that I really love are applied math, where you get to actually see your like the results of your math in the real world. But the proofy parts of math kind of escape me a lot of the times. It can be proved by squeeze theorem, but it's hard to write in chat, Colded says. Interesting. I hate to be that guy, but that's not correct. I don't know what my stance is on this. I'm still trying to figure it out. I checked both the integral and double sum gives both the same answer. Really? On Wolfram. Hmm. I'm just thinking about it. Like, what would the other approach be? Would you have to complete the square for I and J? I can see where the bounds from 0 to 1 come from, because this one is 1 minus 0 is B minus A. And so I feel like if the question is just what are the bounds, I feel like my answer stands. For the integrand, I'm not quite sure what to think of that. Didn't know about stylus, now I can use it? Oh wait, stylus what? Hey, mathematician. See, I did see you posted the question about the deck of cards before, but it got cut off because YouTube has a character limit. So if you want to post the entire thing, I can take a look at it. Oh, the program I'm using right here on screen is a Journal++. like that. It's a pretty decent one. I haven't used it for super long, but I do like it. But yeah, I write with a tablet as well, so it's nice for that. Yeah, this problem is a little scary. Okay, so I don't know how to resolve this conflict. Like I don't know what to think of this for myself. Like I can Google it, but I uh double sum or double Riemann sum 1 over and this feels like a problem that's been worked out by someone else, right? We need a square root. This is not the actual problem. Let's just see how this looks. A chemistry stream. Not a dedicated one, no. I was about to shout out Gold. Hey, Gold. Actual education there. I don't know what level of chemistry he goes up to, but he does know some chemistry if you have a question about that. You chemistry, I kind of agree. So let me get his actually you already followed him just now probably because he was in the list before, but that's the best person that I can think of for chemistry. I don't really know it. I feel like there should be a chemistry stream out there, but I can't think of one. Or someone who like knows chemistry. You maxed out on OChem. Oh, that's pretty good though. Saying the same thing, yeah. It feels like there'd be a cool stream in there, like in the way that like you can see science doing labs. Like there'd be some cool chemistry labs, I'm sure. Whereas all the chem people are probably cooking. Probably. The problem is written on the image. Maybe you can find it there. Jesse, we have to cook. You think the source of the problem is written on the image? Maybe you can find it there. Oh, true. E&M proposed by Ovidiu Ferdui? E&M proposed by, what was that name? Ovidiu Ferdui. Ovidiu Ferdui. If John has 3 electrons, Peter has 4 positrons. How many people will get annihilated if they hug each other? That's a different problem, looks like. That also looks like a different problem. The original question, I'll show it. It's posted in my Discord in the math homework help section, but this is it on screen. Oh, I should look at the 352. Probably a better thing to look for. E&M problem 352. 352 isn't helping actually. Let me Google the actual text of the problem, maybe. Or I could do a reverse image search. How does that work again? Probably need to save it on my computer. Save image. No, not. I don't think an image search will actually help if it's in a PDF. I'm gonna Google the text of the problem, I think. Let ABC greater than or equal to 0 be real numbers. Find the value. Oh god, how am I gonna type that into Google? The double sum? Yeah, Predya, no, I'm in the middle of a problem. And then actually, I don't know if we have another problem on deck after this. Lim as n goes to infinity, 1 over n sum from I equals 1 to n, sum from j equals 1 to n of 1 over... There's no way Google's going to find this problem. Google does not like math symbols. bj plus c. Oh my god, did it? No, that's not it. Huh. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try that. I was thinking like it wouldn't work, but that's the best thing I can think to try now. Save image. Colded question.jpg. We tried ChatGPT. I have not. I'm kind of allergic to ChatGPT, to be honest. You're welcome to try it though. You're throwing it at it? Godspeed. 3.03? Alright. Oh, here's a Reddit thread. That is... No, it's not the same one. Ugh. Oh, that looks terrible. I'm glad you didn't ask that question. I just have conflicting feelings about AI in general. It is the way of the future. But in the same way that like we found out like 10 years later that Facebook has been selling our information this entire time, I think we're gonna find out 10 years later that people are doing shady shit with AI. Sorry to follow what I thought was a chemistry stream. The guy's actually a gangster. Oh no. Definitely. I mean, I don't know who, but someone, probably multiple people. I have heard of DeepSeek. Okay, Google reverse image search doesn't seem to be working. What is that? That's the chemistry you're looking for? Let's see. Okay, the answer is supposed to be ln 3 plus 2 root 2, but maybe the technique it gets right. I don't know. I know Bombox. I just kind of tend... I just actually like want to not use it in general. Colda's saying this looks right. And sorry, for anyone who's wondering, Colda's in the YouTube chat. I dual stream to Twitch and YouTube for anyone who's new here. So I'm relaying conversation between the Twitch and YouTube. Use AI for the inspo, and expect to make sure the exact answer is correct. Okay. So yeah, Colda did say this same thing here. I mean, I don't see the issue here. Nico UA, thank you for the follow. Does it do the same? It does do the same splitting up thing that I do. All right. I don't see the issue with what ChatGPT is saying here. So unless Silverbird or Cytos, who were disagreeing earlier, want to contradict it, I don't see the issue. Oh, and actually does get the right answer because it's just rewritten in a different form. Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Nice. This is actually the same as what it should be. Interesting, because you just make that to an exponent, you can get the form that Cold had said. Smelling the marinated meat for jerky tomorrow is making me hungry. Are you making beef jerky? Oh, one is grad student level, apparently. Interesting. Oh, man. That sounds delicious. What kind of marinade? Beef jerky is super expensive. It seemed like it'd be it sounded like it'd be fun to make it on your own though. Probably still pretty expensive, but yeah, sure. I mean, I assume you need like a smoker, right? I guess you don't, or you need something to dry it out safely. I don't know how that works, but that's just the cost of the meat. Oh, okay. Jerky holic. It's called jerkyholic.com. That sounds like a website for people addicted to jerking. How did you find this website? It's like, man, I need help. I'm just jerking it a lot. Jerkyholic.com. Well, let's try this place. Oh, hey, beef jerky. That sounds good too. Recipes and also how to. Okay, I'm gonna hide my screen, but I'm going to it. Jerkyholic. By God, it is beef jerky. I don't see any sort of jerking off anywhere on this website. Thank God. Do it in an oven? What a website name. A jerky slicer. Chili lime? That sounds good. Oh, you hang it. Oh my God. That's genius. You just use the oven rack and toothpicks. Oh, okay, that's a little sketchy. But okay. I'm hungry, same, Colton. Do you try to go buy a dehydrator for sure, for more space? I would hardly use it is the issue. I'm a mostly vegetarian, so I tend to like eat meat just like special occasions. But like this is tempting me, I'm not gonna lie, because I do like cooking and this seems like a fun project. That's kind of sick though. I love that. You have the same second guessing every time you go to a certain sporting goods store website whose name is short for Richards. Are they Dix.com? Wait, okay. Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh, they're Dick'sSportingGoods.com. Okay, they didn't get Dix.com. No. I am curious what is at Dix.com, but I'm not going to look at that. I think I'm just going to see Dix, but... Tofu jerky? That... I know mushroom jerky is a thing. I haven't tried it, though. Dehydrated is nice for dried fruits, mango, pineapple. Oh, that's a good point. I do have liquid smoke, actually, already. I forget what I was using it for. But something. All right, Colton, so... Um... I think you have to do this thing that I think you have to split this integral up into two. Is the moral of the story. The whole thing with the Riemann sum to double integral, I have to defer to others on, but I'm fairly confident that I've split this integral up into correctly. So I hope that answers your question. Let me know if not, though. Make as well such a nice snack. I love some dried fruit. About Dix.com. Due to GDPR regulation, their website is currently unavailable in your region. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to bring it up on my phone, and I'm going to make sure my phone is not showing in my cam. They just completely block it off in the EU. That's kind of funny. Dix.com. I'm doing this in incognito mode, by the way. I'm holding it away from me because like I feel like I oh, it redirects to Dick's Sporting Goods. What? It actually redirected me to Dick's Sporting Goods. Why can't you go to Dick's Sporting Goods in the EU? Oh well. Wait, I'm not in the UK. You have no idea? Yeah, I don't know either. I didn't know how you did it though. Oh, okay. So let me explain that better. All right. So first off, the way I thought about it is, do I sound British? Maybe the first time that I've gotten that. I've had multiple people in I run into in Daisy tell me I sound like American sour sweet though, and that always feels like a big compliment. But never like British sour sweet. The red hair and the British face, oh maybe. My mom's side of the family is Irish, so. And apparently there's like a hint of a British in there, but I don't know. Okay, so the region that we're integrating over is in the XY plane is just this square with side length 1. Irish is still British. So there's no Irish people around on chat. I mean, genetically, they're like, I'm sure it's really similar, but I don't know how that works. Method, we're just like wrapping it up right now. Okay, so this region is very easy to express in Cartesian coordinates because it's just from 0 to 1 in the x and from 0 to 1 in the y. But in polar coordinates, it's more difficult to express because, well, one thing is good at, the other is bad at. So what I did is I split it diagonally in half along that line. And we know this line, it intersects the origin in the point 1, 1. So the angle it makes with the x-axis is 45 degrees or pi over 4. So that's where the bounds for theta come from. Like the lower part, theta goes from 0 to pi over 4. The upper part in blue, theta goes from pi over 4 to pi over 2, which is the positive y. Is it all combined British, English, Scots, Welsh, Irish? I honestly don't know. I feel like if you asked a Scot, a Welsh person, or an Irish person, they would tell you differently, to be honest, too. I'm sure they're all similar, but I don't know how distinct they're considered. You think you got it? Okay. And then, yeah, the bounds for R come from Pen. Thank you so much for the raid, Pen. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, famous Ed Sheeran. Yep. I hope your stream went well. I just saw. I think we were live around the same time. You were doing I forget. I hope it went well. Hey, DS again. They all disagree to be English, but still British. Oh, I don't remember the difference between English and British. Maybe some British people in the raid, maybe. Yeah, Ben, I hope you had a great stream. Welcome in, everyone. We're just wrapping up the question that you can see on screen now. It was from Colton in the YouTube chat about converting a double summation into an integral, a double integral. The question that Colton has was about how do we translate these Cartesian bounds, or so the integrand is really hard to integrate directly, so we want to do a conversion to polar coordinates because that's way simpler. But then the issue with that is how do you translate the bounds into polar coordinates? And so that's the question we're primarily working through just now. And the conclusion we came to is that you have to split it up into two regions in polar coordinates, but that's okay. Mathematician, so do you still have that probability problem with the deck of cards? Could you maybe drop that in chat again? Because I think it got cut off the first time that you put it in there. Oh, and Pradyumna also in the YouTube chat posted one in the Discord. It's like a geometry problem. Ooh, what's happening here? Are you here, Pradyumna? I'll just ping them on Discord. And start thinking about this. Okay. So we have line segment. No, this is not a line segment. Nope. This arrangement of letters is just kind of funny to me. So the information we're given: triangle KLM. I assume that's K. So the big triangle KLM, KM is 48, LD is 16. Oh god, that is not even close to a straight line. Yeah, Cold. It seems like they may have the others may have stepped out, but that's okay. I can always get back to Pradyumna on Discord, so we'll still try and work this out. KM is 48. LD is 16. LD is perpendicular to KM. That's shown already. NOPS. Okay, we're given that's a rectangle. Okay. So we also know these bad boys are right angles. Is what they're trying to tell us with that. And the ratio of NO to OP is 5 to 9. And we want the actual length of NO and OP. Interesting. I feel like coordinates might not be the worst idea here. How exactly would how would we use them? I feel like you make this a calculus problem. Well, kinda. Not really. Kinda. Do we know anything? Is this called an altitude? LD? Do we know anything about uh how it splits up KD in DM? Is there a theorem for that? Triangle altitude. I hope that triangles have like a million. Oh, good, I got it right. Triangles have like a million small things about them. You don't know angle K or M. Okay. We know the area. That is potentially helpful. We do have like base times height, I mean. See a lot of similar triangles. Ooh, that's a ooh, Colded. I like that. Considering or like looking for similar triangles here. Oh, yeah, I think we can get some ratio. We can get a lot of ratios here. Because I can see like KNO and KDL are similar. In reflected across here, you get the same thing. Okay, yeah, let's investigate that. That seems like the most appealing way forward to me. So KNO is similar to, I guess, DKL if we're going alphabetically. Wait, JKL? Okay, yeah. um, Penvox is calling it. NO is 10, OP is 18. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Satis. I haven't even done your other question yet. Um, no is no, OP is done. 5x and 9x? I like that idea, Jed, yeah. There's been a surprising amount of questions today, Saito, so I'm sorry that I'm kind of punting on yours, but if there is a moment, I will go and look at them. Uh, no is shorter than OP. Yeah. Because you could also think of it as NO equals 5 over 9 times OP. In this relationship implies that OP is longer. Not in my let statement? Really? But for whatever X is... Oh, I wrote it backwards. My bad. uh... Sorry. Okay. And actually, we have a third similarity. LOPLKM. DLM. MPS. LOP, no, LPO. Well, it doesn't matter. They're all letters. KLM. And then, what's most productive? I don't know. Let's maybe start with the last similarity that I wrote. So LPO being similar to KLM implies it'd be nice to work with the altitude here, right? Should their altitudes also be in proportion if they're similar? I guess we need to name this point inside here, which we can do. Britain, UK, British Isles, get your mind made up already. You say? I kind of know the difference, but not really. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. Like Great Britain is the singular island, right? What am I doing again? I think I must have lost my train of thought. We know OP over 48 is equal to something. I'm debating what sides we want to consider. I guess that's what I'm doing. Because they seem equally useless. Maybe I'm just gonna arbitrarily choose KL, and hopefully we can eliminate it later on. So LO over KL. UK sometimes referred to as the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, and as included within the UK. Oh my god. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Oh my god. As if it's not confusing enough already. If I do want to get rid of L over KL, then maybe it's natural next to look at these triangles here. Send me a pic. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, this is like perfect. Let me show this, or let me like open up in a separate window, and I'll show this picture. Uh, Terminology of the British Isles. Interesting. So the British Isles does include like Ireland. Either dick pic or beef jerky. Oh my god. Republic of Ireland, rather, whereas Ireland is the entire island. Is Isle of Man an independent country? I think it. Oh, maybe it is. It's a tax haven, isn't it? Um, Great Britain is just okay. It's not just one island. There's a bunch of smaller islands up around here, but it is like the main piece that I was thinking of. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern. Oh my gosh, that is confusing. Yeah, I've seen service diagrams from E&M. True, Fembox. You have to press me to move up the swelling of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The Banshees of Inisherin is rough. Oh dang, I believe it. Get fucked. Better. Sorry, and taking a little detour from the question, but I'm curious. Oh, of course, a CGP Grey. Okay, I'll watch it later, but that makes perfect sense that CGP Grey would have a video on that. Yeah, no, there's a ton of similar triangles here. Okay, so if we consider these left triangles that are similar, we get ON over 16, and then we can use the same sides as the point here, right? I did ON, so I want to do KO over LK. Nice. And so we can involve these two relations here, right? Well, don't we just get the same thing? That's not helpful. Wait, no. Is it helpful? Let's just investigate. OP over 48 equals LO over KL. I'm going to flip each side of this equation. Wait. These aren't the same thing. Why aren't they the same thing? I thought these were the same thing. What did I do? LO KL. Oh, oops. I wrote this one wrong. No, did I? Wait. Oh my god, dude. I knew that they hated each other personally. I wasn't saying that they were the same. You should be looking at Bombax. Oh, these. Okay, that's the trick. Okay. They are the same. Wait, what? So the issue we have here is that one has LO and one has KO. No one screenshot. But we can make them look similar because we know that this length LO is the entire length minus KO. So we can say that LO equals LK minus KO. LK minus KO over KL. Wales and England. Wait, what? Why? Oh my god, dude. KL. I should be. Hey, Jermaine. Kind of have a math question to ask. I want to know what math you help with. I'm best with anything up to like a first year university like math course. So like Calc 1, Calc 2 is what I'm best with. If you have something after that, I can still try with it, but my knowledge gets a little bit fuzzy. And we can split this up into two fractions. So 1 minus KO over KL. There we go. Now we have what we want, which is OP over 48 equals 1 minus KO over KL. But we know that KO over KL is equal to ON over 16. So let's plug that in. And do we get anything helpful? This should be NO by the way. All I can say is ew. I'm doing great. Thank you, Central. Do we want to or do we want this thing to be helpful now? And we solve it for X? I assume so. We let 9x over 48, 1 minus 5x over 16. Do we just want to solve this for x? Is that okay? I hope that's okay. They should, yeah, it should be okay. Yeah. I'm going to multiply each of the equation 3 by 48. Because we get 9x equals 48 minus 16 goes into 48 3 times. So it's 5 times 3 is 15. We get 24x equals 48. X equals 2. If x equals 2, then NO is 5 times x, which is 10. OP is 9 times 2 is 18. I think that's our answer. Is that what Finbox called before? Oh yeah, matches what Finbox got. Okay, neat problem. So, Pradyumna, there's a lot going on here. If you want me to re-explain this from the ground up, let me know. Or if you're following along, then that's all the better, but let me know how you feel about this. It's okay? Okay. That's great to hear. Thank you for the question. Amadoblam, I guess you ask at a good time. So you can either type it out there in the Twitch chat, or if it's easier to post a screenshot, you can put it in Discord, as Bomback says. The Discord also has a bot that'll render LaTeX if you like that. If you have any LaTeX, just enclose it in $signs, and it'll render that. An image? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're on the same page, Bombacks. No, I appreciate it. A good spot to put it is math discussion here or math homework help. Either of those are the best spots. Oh, it's the song. No, this is the other song. It's not the song, but it is the other song. I don't know. This is a end not end of the line. It's end of line by Daft Punk. Why is it end of line? That's a terrible name. Yeah, just really spam my Discord DMs. I love that. It's my favorite thing. Okay, so you posted it. speak Japanese. Why no Gojira on stream? A lot of people are repelled by metal. As like having my opinion on it, yeah, sure. How often do I live stream? I do math live streams normally Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I always do Saturdays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are a little like spottier, but that's usually when I stream. Spam dick pics. Yeah. Lots of dick pics. Um, you know, if you want, I'll play my favorite Gojira song though. What is my favorite Gojira song? I guess it's Flying Whales. I'm just trying to think. Yeah. Gojira's metal, yeah. They're actually a French band, I think, despite their name being Gojira. It's 7 minutes and 44 seconds, just as a warning. But it's also a banger. Yeah, I'll bring it up in a second. I'll try and solve it. I really need a Ginger poster, but I'm not a fan of a lot of their merch. I haven't looked in a minute. You said this is the target audience is high ability 16-year-olds. Okay. Just reading it now. Wait, the blanket's coming off. Oh, are you into K-pop, Bombex? I really listen to the League of Legends, like K-pop that they've made. Interesting. It's a YouTube channel. I might have to give that a listen. End of sophomore year, someone's taking geometry. Okay. You know some K-pop songs, but not all. Okay. Also, whatever K-pop I've heard through Sandy's stream, obviously, but that's about the limit of my K-pop experience. Okay, the song is a really long intro, but I promise it gets good. Here it comes. Oh wait, it's a little bit little longer. We'll do Bombax. I haven't heard of them. Nightwish. Trapezium. A-A-F-C. The area. Is trapezium and trapezoid the same thing? Okay, yeah. British English? Oh, okay, okay. And wrong. It's trapezoid. I'll call that G. Flying Whales by Gojira. You know what? Okay, since we're talking about metal, I want to play a song from the band I've been really into recently as well. I'm gonna queue it up for after this. It's only 3 minutes this time. Some K-pop. I mean, it's on YouTube. I could queue up the thing that you sent me too, though. This song is a minute left, and then I'll do the other metal song, and then I'll get yours in there. How about that? Then I'll put it back to the normal, more widely appealing music. I'm still thinking about how to approach this. You have the last one? Yeah. Maybe more in flavor? Okay. Okay, then this song. Okay, I think BC isn't too hard. That makes sense. In the flavor. We have an isosceles triangle here. That's 120. It's like an expression, I guess. But if you say something's in the flavor of something else, that's a pretty common saying. Just meaning they're kind of similar. R sine 60? R over 2. Really? So this is R on the bottom? Interesting. Okay, so we also need EF and EG. Another helpful fact might be the other side of this isosceles. Wait, I got that mixed up. I made a mistake. Sine 6c is not 1/2. It's root 3 over 2. So that's root 3r. This is r over 2. It might come in handy to get EG. If we can figure out the height of this triangle here, we can add it. Okay, so that's the end of that metal song. Let me play the one that bomb accent. Then go back to normal music. And I'm only doing the second one at his recommendation. That's pretty good. This is a rock version of a K-pop song. Why are numbers? I don't know. Because they think. Oh, you did cool it? Nice. I want to try and work it on my own, but I will look at that. It's pretty good. It's a different approach, really. Now, the thing is, we could do the exact same argument with the other two sides of the triangle. Is this an equilateral triangle? The entire the big one. I think it has to be. Yeah, I'm curious to hear the original. It is, yeah. Root 3r. So we can just repeat the same argument for these other two sides. I like it too, DS. Yeah. Do we know this is perpendicular? I feel like it should be. I think it is. If it feels perpendicular, it'd be convenient if it was perpendicular. I think it is by the construction of this. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay. I think it's perpendicular. Okay, well now actually I do want to hear the original now. I don't want to wait. And then we'll go back to the normal electric music. Or synthwave, same thing. I like this too. This is the original of the song we just listened to. Hmm. Justification 120-degree reflected angle at the center. Uh, the justification is that if you draw this third segment up here, what I imagine is that we divide it into three equal angles, so they have to be 120 each. That's what I was thinking in my head, at least. Legal? Okay. I don't remember what type of center this is called, but I want to think that D is like the incenter or orthocenter or whatever of this triangle, and that means these are perpendiculars. I feel like that holds because these are split in half. So I feel like that means it's perpendicular. I don't remember the exact terminology though. And that makes the next task a little easier, I think. All centers are equivalent because it's equilateral. Oh, true. This is helpful because we can figure out this side. Um, do one Pythagoreans? We could also do trig, but I'll do Pythagorean theorem. Oh, no, 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 no. Root 3 over 2. I was wondering if that felt wrong. Oh, that's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I should have known. Okay, so that's a 1/2 R. Um, oh, nice. Okay, so that's the original. Now we'll go back to wave. Thank you for the songs. I do love metal, but I tend not to play it because it's so like polarizing. About the songs we were playing before, obviously that wasn't metal right there. Um, and then I think I'm gonna look just at this half triangle here with a 60-degree angle. It is nice for a change, yeah. Um, I guess H comes after G. It's gonna be helpful to name this point. Um, we want sine of 60 degrees, that angle there, is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Root 3 over 4r? And so that means EF is twice that. Root 3 over 2r. All right. EF is the second piece of our three-piece Exodia. We have EF and BC. We just need EG. Oh, there's an easier way of doing this. You take the area of the big equilateral triangle, subtract out the area of the small equilateral triangle. You still have to do some of this work anyway. I'm keeping on with this method. How do we get EG? What's our strategy? We do r over 2, this blue bit, plus this side of the half, or like the height of that little triangle in there, and we can use trig for that. We know cosine of 60 degrees is equal to cosine of this 60 is adjacent dh over a half r. Now, yeah, I see it when it's like way too late. That's how I do math. I do it the hard way, and then I realize the easy way at the last minute. Gotta do just meet me at the APT. Have I heard Cindy sing that song? I probably have, but to be honest, I forget about it a lot of time. This one's actually a fourth of the big one. How do you figure that? I would still have had to do like figuring out this is r over 2 and figuring out the part of that. I probably have. Sure, this is going to be an equilateral triangle. Representative of that as well. Oh, I imagine, yeah. The argument for the big one being equilateral is that you have a bunch of isosceles triangles inside here where like this is r, so that's root 3r. This is r, that's root 3r. You sent me it already? Oh, okay, nice. Maybe I'll listen to it after the stream, and I'm probably actually let me listen to a bit of it now because I want to see if I do like recognize it. Ugh. I'm gonna skip to like the middle. I don't remember, but also I'm trying. There is like actual music attached to this too, so maybe this wasn't gonna happen. Yeah. Mean equal. I'm trying to see my angle A is 60. Pretty sure the other two angles are 60. Yeah, I didn't do it by the angles, but Meg, I just did it by looking at the lengths, and I happened to find each of them are root 3r. I said dh is a fourth r, and what is dh? dh is that. So eg is a fourth r plus r over 2, which is 3r over 4, or 3/4 r. Conclusion is correct. Correction line. The 3 lines of equal length radiating out from the center step. Oh, really? I don't know that this is perpendicular. Dang. Or like not from that logic at least. I mean, so when it comes to rules with triangles like that, I cannot keep them straight for the life of me. Not from that logic? Okay. Dang. EF. I'm still gonna go with it, but I'm curious what logic does make that work. I kind of already did this the hard way, so I just want to get to the answer. Be cool to know the right way. Or like what the right way to conclude that right angle is. I mean, why did I put an R on the bottom? That should be a 2. I need an R. What happened to R squared? Oh, I didn't distribute the R in. Squared. 2. 16. No, I'm still doing something slightly wrong. Why? The right angle comes from perpendicular bisectors of chords. Oh, okay. Nice. Apparently this needs a root 3 or something. I shouldn't be having addition in the numerator. BC, I said BC is just R. Oh, I never updated that though. That's from before I made the correction here. BC is twice of that, so that's root 3R. There we go. That's what messed me up. I didn't update my other work. So that becomes 3 root 3 over 2 R times 3R over 8. 9 root 3 R squared over 16. Bam! Oh, meter squared. I hope we're not going to take off points for that. Thunder Triangle said that was sus as an initial claim. It is correct. I guess that is potentially sus. Okay, what did Fembox say? Are you saying it might be possible to slightly spin the 120-degree angle in the center? Tip points B and C slightly, but the B of C will be invariant. If C is equilateral, maybe an assumption layer wasn't legal. Not quite spinning, more so that D, E, and DF have different lengths. Only half paying attention. D, E, and DF have different lengths. I did, yeah, by my logic, they do have the same length. I'm not sure. Interesting. I don't know. So yeah, okay, if I were to do this problem over again, I would just do the big triangle minus small triangle. But I did get to it in the end on sketchy ground. And Colded posted a solution as well. What was Colded's technique? That's in the Discord. I can bring it in here though. I'm interested in if it was a different technique or not. Yeah, that is a neat problem. Oh, wait. Cold, you said this is 60? Oh, no, you're saying the small angle is 60. You're not saying, oops. You're saying that part is 60. Okay, not the entire thing, I think. No, wait, you are saying it's 60. This can't be right. I don't think it can. Do you get to the right answer? You apparently get to the right answer. But, like, that can't be 60. I don't think. Maybe it's mislabeled. I don't know, but those are 30. You're saying the smaller part is 60? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It is mislabeled. Or the labeling is unclear. Okay. No, I guess that makes sense. Whiplash. Whiplash. Wait, so you got the area... Is that OBC? Oh, you made the label, the middle. Oh, that's okay. So you got the area of that isosceles triangle down there. Oh, you're splitting up into parts. Okay. So you're getting that triangle down there, the two side triangles, and the upper triangle. That's yet a third way of thinking of this. Neat. I might wrap up the stream here, guys. Oh gosh. Because honestly, the biggest reason is I gotta pee, and I feel like if I'm gonna take a break at 3 hours and 45 minutes, I'm just gonna call it. But today's a great stream. Like, wait, it's one of those rare days where I have enough questions to fill the entire thing. Which I love to have. So, I'm gonna cut the YouTube stream off here, I think. So, Cold to Rhinos is here on YouTube. I appreciate y'all being here. Wait, my approach was perpendicular bisector yields 90. It's 30, 60, 90. Okay. Huh. That sounds a lot shorter. Yeah, I'll see you around. Colded on Twitch. We'll look for a raid. But goodbye, YouTube.